What's happening, everybody? We're back for another episode of Too Much Fantasy Football. It's Brian and no, Brennan. He's on vacation, of course. Week 1, best chance to take it, right? No, I brought in one of the best in the biz over here. I got Joe Frick at my side here to go through our start sit episode today. How you doing today, man?
Hey, man, we're living the dream. Football's about to be back. A little upset about all this negative red zone news that we had pop in the chat, but we persevere, we push on, and at the end of the day, football's football, so we'll find a way to get through it.
We got to figure out. We need an ad blocker then on red zone at this point. This is absolutely terrible, folks. If you haven't heard, ESPN just has to stick their dick in everything and ruin it all. Just drop in the STD of electronics that they're doing in here. But you know what, folks? They got rid of PTI, but we're bringing it back today. We're fixing it, and we're doing it commercial free because that's what we do. Yeah, maybe a low budget version, maybe a free version, either way. But you hit that like and subscribe, and it won't be. We won't. We can up the project. It's going to be great, folks. But today, yes, we will be going through our start sits. It's going to be 3 minutes on each game. We're going to get all 16 games because we've got football tonight. I mean, just before we actually hit the 3 minute starter on that, any first reactions on the game tonight? You excited? Is it going to be a clean sweep?
Yeah, I mean, the big one, it's funny because you have a big rivalry, but it doesn't feel like it's carrying the energy just because of all of the news that's been circulating, primarily the Cowboys this year. So Jerry was like, you know what? We usually don't get a lot of press, so I need to do something to just like completely mess with shit, because otherwise no one would ever talk about the Dallas Cowboys in a primetime week. But we have this whole Micah Parsons trade. We have all of this talk about what's going to happen with that, what's happening with the team. And it's taking away that we're looking at the defending champs who haven't lost a lot, that are looking to be really ready to do it all over again. So it's going to be a good game. Always excited to see divisional play early.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get after it.
Yeah, I was all on board for the narrative that, Micah Parsons is going to get signed on the game day so they can take over the media. I was like, that's what he's doing. He just keeps doing it. Well, it finally bit back, and you know what? I'm loving it. But he's playing with house money. If he wins tonight, if he pulls it off, like it's all gravy for the Cowboys. It's going to be Super Bowl running for him, right?
Oh, yeah. Skip Bayless is going to be running naked through the streets. Like, it's going to be out of control.
Oh, God, it's going to be – hey, we're all Philly fans tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to the Steagles. You got to respect their rivalry support. So we're in there for that.
Pennsylvanians. Yeah. Pennsylvanians. I don't know. We're going to have to get some locals in there. Anybody from Pennsylvania, hit us up. Let us know. Tell us in the chat.
I mean, I am. It's just not something we talk about. You got Pittsburgh, Philly, and Pennsylvania in the middle. We don't really join all three together.
I get that. It's dangerous. Driven through there once. I went really fast, though. All right, folks. We do have that Thursday night game. We're going to go ahead and start it off with. Get 3 minutes on the clock. Joe, hold on tight. Buckle up. Here we go. Fastest. What's the math? 53 minutes, 52 minutes? I don't know. Here we go, folks. Let's start it off. Yes, it's Philadelphia. It's the Super Bowl game. This is a 47.5 point over-under. Philly's favored by 8.5 points. We have some exciting pieces. Let's start off with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, easy start, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, he has a prime matchup with the secondary. Yeah, they had some extensions that came their way, but I don't feel really too crazy about it. The big narrative with Philly coming into this season was, well, they were last in passing attempts. What are they going to do? The tush push is still here. They're going to be moving the ball. They're probably going to be scoring early and often. So absolute smash start. I like Jalen Hurts a lot this week.
Nice. As we work it through, I mean, Saquon Barkley, you took him as high as you did. You have to start him. That one's a no-brainer. Kind of A.J. Brown, I mean, that one's easy as well. But what about Devonta Smith? Some of these shallower leagues, these 8- and 10-man leagues, where's that line for you with Devonta Smith?
Yeah, I mean, I think the hard part with him is that he finishes in the top 20 as a wide receiver on a points per game basis, but kind of the target share that you're seeing on a week-to-week basis can fluctuate a little bit. The Matt Eberflus defense tends to do a lot of single high defense, so we're expecting to see that in the Dallas defensive scheme this year. So I do think that there is a good opportunity for Smith to have himself a good game. I do see him as a flex option, so let's get after it. And yeah, I think both him and A.J. Brown can have quality games.
Devonta Smith or Zay Flowers?
Devonta Smith every time. Zay Flowers does nothing for me in terms of fantasy. I think he's a great player. He's a PPR merchant to some degree, but the depth of targets that he gets, the lack of red zone ability, like there's just not a lot there for me. So Devonta Smith pretty easily for me between the two.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I like a pretty good game for him this week. Flipping over to the other side, Prescott's a pretty easy start for me as well. So is CD Lamb. The big question I think comes to, or I'm skipping over him. I forget they've got multiple wide receivers in Dallas. George Pickens. I guess it just seems like such a slam dunk for me as well. Like you said, the single high. Maybe we get a little action there over the top from Pickens. You feel pretty good about him this week?
Yeah, I feel pretty solid against them. It's a tough matchup. The Eagles actually play top 10 in too high coverage. So shout out to Derek Brown from Fantasy Press for that stat. I was looking at that before the show. But yeah, it's not something that he's necessarily done an amazing job with, So it's one of those things where they're going to be throwing early often. I expect them to be behind in this game, so it could be a bit of a garbage time situation. I don't think this one's going to be close, so I feel a lot better about George Pickens than, say, anybody in the running back room.
Yeah, hardest part's that running back room. Javonte Williams is going to be the guy you're going to look to start if you are in that position. Yeah. Where do you feel like RB3-ish comfortability?
Yeah, I wouldn't play him if I had the option. Dallas, they've lost a lot of pieces in the offensive line. They're trying to do some new stuff. Philly pretty stout in the front. I have to take one. It's going to be him, but don't feel great.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. These two tight ends, both of them are kind of fringe tight end one, tight end twos for me both. So I'm a big Dallas Goedert hater. So that's
me too. He gets no red zone love, which is crazy because he's such a big dude. But
he's such a big dude. Who wins the game?
Oh, Philly, easily.
Philly, easy one. Next up, we've got Kansas City at LA. It's a 46.5 point over under. It's moved down, or it's moved up 1 point since opening. Kansas is favored by 3 points in this game. Pretty easy across the board here. I mean, both quarterbacks, I feel like kind of fringe QB1s for me this week.
Yeah, I feel like I have Justin Herbert a little bit lower in the rankings. I think they're going to try to lean on the running game quite a bit. The upside that we saw with Herbert is that he does have some flash in the running department. So if he does scramble, if he's able to sneak a TD, he had a 3-game stretch last year where he was consistently putting home rushing touchdowns. So I think that's what he's going to need to do to get in that QB1 territory. I have him probably like in the QB14, the QB16 range this week, but there's definitely worse options out there. Like if I would rather play probably Herbert this week than say like a Dak Prescott against like the Philly defense, for example.
Yeah, I think Dak's hoping for some garbage points, so I'd agree with you on that one. At the running back position, we've got Pacheco for the Chiefs, Hampton for the Chargers. Are you starting anything past that outside of a crazy deep league?
No, yeah, I don't see it. I think the thing to watch for is Najee Harris and what his workload's going to be. Najee, the one-eyed pirate, apparently is taken off the patch.
If he puts on a black visor and I still can't see his face, I'm going to throw something at my TV, probably during the commercial.
I have real concerns that he's not going to play. I know that they've been talking about ramping him up. They said he's a full practice participant, but it just the whole timeline of it is very weird. So I would say even if he is playing, he's definitely not somebody that I would put in a lineup. But Amari and Hampton, I think, is going to eat the bulk of that workload this first week if Najee is even active for the game.
Down to wide receiver, I feel like the Chiefs is pretty easy to say Xavier Worthy, and I'm not really doing much else. Deep enough league, a double flex, maybe you can talk me into Hollywood Brown. Lad McConkey's an easy start, but let me talk about Keenan Allen, because I'm just looking at the Fantasy Pros expert consensus rankings. Looking at mine, I'm 22 spots higher than most people. I've got him inside the top 40 this week. I've got him closer. No, I've got him 38, it looks like right now. So, thoughts? Keenan Allen's coming back to town, man. He's got that rapport with Herbert.
Yeah, he does have that rapport, and Keenan Allen is one of those players that the way that he plays, he has that longevity. He didn't necessarily like dominate the way that we're used to as far as like separation and like the way that he runs the routes, but he is very comfortable navigating through the zone. They're probably going to have their best guys on Lad McConkey, so I do think that he has kind of like a serviceable flex play here. I don't think I'm necessarily looking to play him if I have other options, but
for sure,
if you hammered running backs pretty early and often in your draft, I think that there's worse things that you could do than have Keenan Allen in your lineup if you needed to.
Tajay Spears and Keenan Allen might be my two most popular like drafted player I've had over the last 2 weeks.
Nice.
Travis Kelce, Will Dissly. I'm starting one. I'm not starting the other. I mean, Travis Kelce, if you took him where he is, you have to play him.
Real.
Who wins the game?
I think it's going to be the Chiefs. I think it's going to be revenge tour for them. That defense is just too good.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. I'm sure the defense is going to ruin the game too. It's going to keep it under 20 points on both sides, and we're just going to be upset. Upset. Luckily, we got plenty of other games like this one. Maybe we talk about some Tampa Bay at Atlanta. It's a great
Ooh-wee.
47.5 point over under. Tampa Bay is favored by 2.5. Penix, he's coming. He's
Big
coming.
Penix energy season is here, baby.
I hope we get some greatness out of this. I mean, my Drake London stocks really hope that. Let's look at the quarterbacks there, though. Baker Mayfield feels like a pretty easy start, though. Michael Penix, more of a super flex start for you.
Yeah, I don't really see a scenario in a one QB league that I'm playing Penix. There's just too many other options. We haven't seen rushing from him there. And then, yeah, like I see Baker being a low end quarterback one. We'll see what they can do. But Atlanta allowed a lot of passing touchdowns last year. So we'll see if they've made those improvements or do anything. But yeah, he's definitely gonna be a startable guy.
Yeah, it's Tristan Wirfs. I haven't seen it official. I saw he was doing better, but I think him playing in this game. What did they take 2 edge rushers Atlanta did in this
Yeah.
draft? So maybe if they can get after Baker, they might cause some problems. But outside of that, it seems like we might go right back to it. Bucky Irving, Bijan Robinson, 2 top 12 running backs that were drafted this year in these drafts. Easy start. Rashad White, he's on your bench.
Yeah, Rashad White, I like a lot. If you look at what he did last year as kind of like a PPR player, top 24 in the league, despite kind of having that timeshare role. The thing that keeps me on the bench with him this week is just the injuries that he had. He's kind of been having these lingering issues. So I would rather just kind of fade him this week and see how they use him. And if they do get that split, then he's somebody that I wouldn't mind having kind of like as a flex player pinch. He's really an elite handcuff, if anything else, right now.
Talked about Atlanta giving up a lot of passing work. Mike Evans comes in right there as a fringe wide receiver 1 for me this week. Drake London pretty easily in the top 12 as well.
Yep.
Igbuka, though. I mean, everybody's getting all hot and bothered for it. Where's the confidence level for you on Igbuka this week?
I do feel good about starting him. I think that the hype for the rookies is a little bit overblown. I don't think he has the best matchup amongst rookies, but I do think that he will have a lot of opportunities. He's going against a rookie cornerback in his own right, Billy Bowman. So that'll be a fun matchup to watch, the 2 rookies getting after it week 1. But yeah, I think that I would prefer to have Igbuka as more of like a flex play more than sliding him in as like a wide receiver.
For sure, yeah. The excitement's growing too much, folks. Pull the cord on your sweatpants. The waistband is getting busted out on those. Darnell Mooney in a deep enough league. If you're in a 12-14 team league, I could see him in a double flex spot for me. But I think it really is going to come down to health and making sure he is ready for the game.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play, honestly, with the shoulder thing. I think he's going to be out.
I was so excited for him again this year.
Oh, I know.
K. Dotton, I mean, I guess we need to wait and find out if he's officially going to play. We're still looking at that. But Kyle Pitts,
Kyle Pitts, man, I mean, he has that rapport. I wouldn't mind starting Kyle Pitts. I think that the hate on Kyle Pitts, it's kind of like people hating Nickelback. Like you secretly like the song, but you don't want to say it out loud. That's how I feel like Kyle Pitts is in fantasy.
But I mean, just like Kyle Pitts, look, you're just sitting there looking at this photograph. Every time it makes you laugh. Yeah, I quoted it, folks. I did that. Who you taking?
Give me Tampa Bay because Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays.
Yeah, give me Tampa Bay. I want to get cute and take Atlanta, but I'm taking Tampa Bay. Oh, man, I love it. Battle of Ohio, though I don't know why anybody would. Bengals at the Browns, 47.5 point over under, since he's favored by 5. Line opened up at 5.5. So, like, I mean, that Flacco fear must be there.
Yeah, it's the Flacco fear. It's also, for whatever reason, the Bengals are horrible week 1. We saw them come out and have their starters actually play throughout the preseason, which is a bit different for them. I just don't see how they could possibly lose this game, though. There's just, even despite the defensive struggles that we anticipate, this offense is just way too good, and Cleveland has way too many question marks on that team.
Look, I'm going to pick, when we get down to it, I'm picking the Bengals, but I'm putting money on Cleveland to do it. I hate Zach Taylor with something else in me, and the guy needs to be fired, and he will lose yet again another home opener. I'm just like, come on.
As a Steelers fan, I love Zach Taylor. Please send an extension to him. Like, just get out.
Yeah, I bet. Burrow's being started easily. Joe Flacco, more of a super flex league. I'm sure we're looking at him.
Yeah, Joey Flack, the Dawn, man, he has some upside there, especially with this Cincy defense. They don't have much of a run game, so it's kind of like the Wish Cowboys, which are like the Wish
Yeah.
Bengals. So, I mean, we could see it, but I don't know. I wouldn't hate it. I think I'm going to have Flacco way higher in my ranks than most people this week.
3 touchdowns is the implied total for the Browns, and that's right at that threshold where it gets me excited.
Mm-hmm.
3 actual scores, none of those freaking field goals. Chase
Yeah,
Brown, easy start. Who
for
are we
sure.
starting on the other side though at the running back position?
I think you have to go with Jerome Ford if you're going to play someone out of Cleveland. I think that it's kind of a shot in the dark flex, or if you have like multiple flexes that you're looking at. I know that there's a lot of hype around Dylan Sampson, but I don't think that they're going to secede the offense to him. I don't think that we see anything from Quinshon Judkins, considering that it's already like we're at Thursday now and we haven't really seen any news to date, right? So for me, it's like you're going to give it to the old horse. He's going to have some ability. Jerome Ford is just like, he's okay. He
And
can
he's
catch a little bit. He can run a little bit. He's not flashy, but he does enough that he'll find a way to get you 10, 12 points if you need.
Yeah, especially in PPR, he's a lot more appealing in that just we've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
him come
definitely.
out there and
Standard, I don't
catch.
think I would go for it just because the lack of kind of easy points for it.
Jamar Chase, T. Higgins are going to be easy starts for you. Jerry Jeudy, where you drafted him, I don't think you're sitting him down at this point. Cedric Tillman, though, he's somebody that a lot of people picked up with one of their last few picks. You flexing him in this, what could be a higher scoring game for the Browns this year.
I think in a vacuum, I see the appeal, but if he's the player that you took in the last round of your drafts, you probably have better options that you're starting this week. If you were somebody that maybe went after a Jordan Addison, went after a Rasheed Rice, maybe he could be worthwhile for you.
Yeah, I'd agree. Gasicki, you're not playing unless T. Higgins is out. And then Njoku, yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I think I've got him ranked 3rd this week.
Ooh-wee.
I love that one.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I mean, who wins it?
Bengals. Don't tell my wife, but the Bengals.
The Bengals. Nope, doesn't work. Doesn't work. I thought it would. Next up, team close to my heart, and my wife's team as well on the other side. This one's going to be fun for me.
Oh,
Week 1, we're going to
man.
get out
You
of the
love
way.
those rivalry weeks. They're
Yeah,
so
we do.
fun.
Dolphins at Indianapolis, 46.5-point over/under. Right now, it's even money. It started off with Miami favored. Colts were favored for a while. Right now, it says Indy 0. So I don't think anybody really knows what's going on with Daniel Jones coming in here. I mean, Tua is kind of like a mid QB2 for me this week. He has some upside just because, I mean, it's Indy.
Yeah, if I had to play one of the two, I would play Daniel Jones.
Same.
Miami has random people off the street playing cornerback week 1, and the vibes of that team are like absolutely atrocious right now. So
Yeah.
I have no confidence in Miami whatsoever going into this game.
I saw a quote from, did you see the Ollie Gordon quote from McDaniel?
Oh, yeah, he could
Yeah.
either have all the yards or none of the yards. He could have all the carries, none of the carries, or somewhere in between. It's like he's been saying some weird stuff. Like he might actually need help. Like a couple weeks ago, it's like, yeah, like it's one day closer to death. It's like, bro, like we don't say that on TV. Like, we don't do that. Yeah, like come on, man. Like be cool.
The running backs, it's pretty easy to start, especially where you took them. Jonathan Taylor should have a pretty good day. Devon Achane, both these guys, I mean, top 12 seems pretty easy for them. Ollie Gordon, if you haven't heard the name, you haven't seen him out there, he's a great pickup. Definitely not somebody I'm playing this week, but
Sure.
something I want to have on my team. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, you're starting them. How far did Tyreek Hill fall in your home league?
Yeah, Tyreek, he was like a 5th, 6th round guy, which is crazy because he was like a lock, as like a top 3 pick. You can't mess up with Hill, and he's quickly falling from grace. He's no longer a captain of the team. Who knows by week 6 is he even going to be a Miami Dolphin, or is he going to strip naked and run through the streets like AB and have 14 more kids? Like nobody really knows, but apparently, according to some video where they never actually showed him run, he ran 23 miles an hour at some point in the offseason. So who knows?
Yeah, in a straight line without pads on, all this other stuff. It's Tyreek Hill. You're playing him until we know more. Jalen Waddle, absolutely playing him. What do we do on that other side? What are we doing there with Michael Pittman, Josh Downs? I mean, I think you have to start him with like fringe wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 expectations, and then one.
I really like the matchup for Pittman this week. I think he's going to smash. I
All right.
think that you actually said this on a show a couple weeks ago, and I know this because I clipped it, but that Pittman has the higher upside, whereas Downs is going to have the higher floor. I think
Yeah.
given the secondary, I want to chase the upside with Pittman this week. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
I think I had him swapped in my rankings, but you quoting me, that just seems, I love that. I think I might be swapped on there.
Yeah, I need more hobbies.
Oh, we got Waller and Warren at tight end. Warren's starting absolutely Waller. Get out of here,
Yeah,
buddy.
go back to rapping, bro. Like it's not worth it. Like
It's
you
tough.
did all that to come to Miami and they suck. That's so tough.
It's rough. Who wins the game?
Indy,
Yeah, let's go. I'm not picking. I'm not picking. I'm not
smart
picking.
man.
I'm not
Smart.
picking. Next up, we have, I mean, it's the Raiders, it's the Patriots. It's a revenge game for Josh McDaniels. Here we
Oh
go.
yeah.
Going back to it. 43.5 point over under. New England is favored by 2.5 points here. Pete Carroll is in Vegas, folks, if you didn't hear. He's there with Gino, if you also didn't hear. All those movements over there. And then, yeah, new head coach, new OC, new faces in there in New England. I mean, I'm pretty excited here as far as like I'm okay starting both these guys. You know, Gino more in like the super flex, like just that comfortable quarterback too. But Drake May, I've got him in my top 12 this week.
Yeah, me too. I like a lot just from the rushing upside that you have from May and just what he was able to do with what little weapons he has. As far as we know, Stephon Diggs, clean bill of health. He has better options in the running back room. They improved the line. So, yeah, I'm a big Drake May truther. I like him a lot. Gino, I probably don't have him that high in my ranks this week. I forget exactly what number, but I think they're going to lean on the run quite a bit. It's the Pete Carroll MO, and they're going to try to grind these games out.
Running back Ashton Jinty, it's an easy start, folks. We got the rookie coming in here. We're hot. We're bothered. We're starting him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's no question about it. I'm curious what you think about Travion Henderson, though. There's been talking about running backs with the hype ever since he had that kick return for a touchdown. It's kind of just assumed that he's the bell cow of this offense now, but Ramondre Stevenson's not going anywhere. I don't know if I can put Travion Henderson in my top 24 rankings until I see him get on the field. That doesn't mean that he won't grow into that role, but I think coming out week one, it's going to be a bit of a – you're basically just hoping that the coaches do what you want, and I don't think that they will.
Yeah, I strategically have him at RB25 because I want to be high on him, but I don't want like he may be great. I think he is probably now looking at the roster. Yeah, he is the most explosive, like the best
For
offensive
sure.
skill piece that they have. While at the same time, Ramondre is going to be involved as he is until that inevitable fumble happens. But he's going to be involved. Henderson could just even splitting loads, he could get you a huge touchdown, and that's all you need. But at the same
Yeah.
time, it's week one. It's the very beginning. I'm not rushing to start him despite me. I kind of drafted him. So, you're probably having to put him as your RB2, maybe flex if you lucked out there.
Yeah.
The wide receivers. This is a murky situation here. We got Myers over here for the Raiders who asked for a trade. You've got rookie Thornton. You have Amari Cooper over there, and then on the other side we've got Diggs coming off the ACL. Douglas, who's a PPR monster. Cute monster, I guess is what we're going to call him there. You got Booty, you got Hollins, Kyle Williams. What really excites you out of these receivers?
Out of any of the receivers, the only one that I think I'm going to play this week is Stephon Diggs. He's going to command a lot of attention from Drake May. That's why they brought him there. Like, hey, you pass it to this guy. I think they're going to do it early and often. I think Jacoby Myers actually has a tough matchup in this slot, so I don't have a lot of excitement for him this week, although I'm pretty high on him going into the season.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Diggs is the only one with excitement. Douglas, if you're in a PPR, I'm having to play him in several chopped leagues that I'm in, just because that's kind of how it went. But it's tight ends. Bowers, I'm starting. Henry, I've got him in my top 12 this week.
Yeah, I mean, he could be the number 2 option. You have Pop Douglas, who could be somebody there, but Henry got leaned on quite a bit. He had quite a few games last year with over 10 targets, so I like the appeal.
Who wins it?
Give me New England.
Yeah, they won the home opener last week or their opening game last year. I got them winning this year. Pete Carroll though, come on, man. I hate the Patriots. Yeah, we're going with Patriots. We're gonna do it. We're gonna commit Brian. That's what my wife always tells me. No, I'm kidding. We are gonna go to it's a battle of the Tampa Bay OCs. Like the last two offensive coordinators. This is what we've got: Carolina at Jacksonville, 46.5-point over under, 3.5 points. Jacksonville is favored. The line has moved from 2.5. Pretty excited for this team or this game. Carolina was pretty trash on defense, and Jacksonville wasn't much better. So
this should be a fun game. It should be super fun. And it'll be interesting to see because I think you had Bryce Young, who had a lot of steam going into the end of last year, looked like pretty much a top 12 quarterback at the end of the season. I think 12 through 18, he was QB8, right? Yeah. So he had that step. Can he continue to take that leap forward? Trevor Lawrence, everybody's saying, hey, he has all the weapons. He's a wait and see for me, but all the arrow is pointing up for him big time. So it should be a really fun game to watch, unless you care about defense.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, I actually have quite a few shares of him. There's several leagues that I kind of ditched the quarterback position just because I liked QB 12 through 18. So I've got a good amount of them. I'm really hoping this Liam Cohen thing works out. But when you have Brian Thomas Jr. emerge, you have somebody who goes out and gets Travis Hunter there at number 2.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. And they've traded for Tim Patrick. Like, if none of that makes you feel good, Tim Patrick should make you feel good, right?
Hey, he could have one game where he has like 3 touchdowns. It'll be chill.
Right. Running back, we're starting Chuba for sure. But on the other side, you drafted all 3 of these guys probably in the same round. You know, you've seen Etienne, Bigsby, Tootin, I'm excited. I own probably more Tootin than any of them, but I'm not playing him this week.
He seems like the distant, like, hey, I'm the rookie. I'm probably not going to see the ball a lot week 1.
Mm-hmm. Travis Etienne, I just saw some coach speak that like they're potentially putting him all over the place. He could be doing this, and that, or we could just be talking out our ass. And
why can't they just be clear about their intentions so I know what I'm talking about? I do like him this week just because I expect there to be a lot of work in the aerial attack. Mm-hmm. So I think that like in a PPR format, I would prefer him to tank this week.
Yeah, we've seen both of these. I mean, not as head coaches, but both of these coaches do love to use the running back in the passing game. So yeah. I expect to see quite a bit of that. As far as Jalen McMillan, Brian Thomas Jr., we're starting both of those. Travis Hunter, I've seen several people saying that they're going to wait. They're going to sit him this week. I mean, usage be damned. I'm putting the number 2 overall pick out there.
I respect it. Yeah, it's a tough one. We talked about it on our show on Wednesday, and there's a lot of people that are not playing him. We were looking at ESPN, only 33% of people are starting him in week 1. It would be surprising there. I think part of it is the injury. Even though it was very minor, the big thing that people are worried about is Travis Hunter going to be able to stay on the field, and then in his first game, he gets hurt. So I think people are scared off by that. But as far as we're talking about the shootout of a game, way worse plays.
100%. I'm right there with you. I'm willing to roll the dice. Also, because I kind of have to in several leagues. Tight end, Brenton Strange, Jatavian Sanders, both are just outside of my tight end ones, but I'm okay with playing both of them. These are...
Sanders is my, guy that's going to be big this week.
Yeah, I'm a big Sanders fan. I think that if you're going to... When you're not starting one of those top 12-ish guys, you're shooting for a touchdown, I think both of these guys have a decent chance at a touchdown this week in this game. Who's winning the game?
Give me the Panthers.
Wrong. Who's winning? I'm taking the Jags.
I didn't realize we had the crystal ball in the house. That's on me. I should have known better.
Absolutely. Get better. Don't worry, folks. I'll have them ready for next week. Next up, we're going to the desert. Well, not really. We're bringing the desert to the Rattler, the snake. Look, folks, there's a joke in there somewhere. We got a Rattler. We got a desert team. Mesh it together and laugh for me, okay? Do me a favor. 43.5-point over-under. Arizona is favored by 6.5 points in this matchup. Kellen Moore, it's his debut as a head coach. He's going out there trading for wide receivers, trying to trade for running backs. He thinks this team's going to compete. Sorry, I couldn't keep the straight face. Kyler Murray, we're starting him.
Yeah.
What are we starting on the Saints?
Alvin Kamara.
Into list?
I would play Olave. I think Olave is going to get some run here. I think that it's a little bit of a riskier matchup, but I don't know. I think you're basing it off of the ball.
There's the face, folks. There's the face.
I would take Olave this week.
I think I'd take Travis. Oh, man.
That's a tough one for sure.
It is.
You're definitely basing it off of the volume play, but you could make the argument, which I know was preseason, but he ran, 7 routes and had 4 targets? So
He's
it's just,
efficient when he's out there on the field.
yeah.
So
Well, that was for Hunter.
oh, I got you.
Yeah. So that was for Hunter. But I mean, you're looking at wide receiver 3 for both of these guys. Olave pre-concussions, he was averaging like 13 points a game. So it's like you're not expecting big things. I'm not a big fan on Spencer Rattler, but I do have a lot of faith in Kellen Moore and just the rate in which that his teams have plays over 60 a game easy. I just like the opportunity for Olave with no one else really there.
I think I kind of like that's probably how I'd look at it. Hunter would be a ceiling play for me. Olave's the floor play.
I like it.
I mean, Kamara, he's an easy play. I mean, I'm taking betting his over in receptions all over the place.
Oh, every time.
James Conner is an easy one. Marvin Harrison probably took him right around wide receiver 20. You don't really have a choice. You're playing him.
Right.
I mean, how many games are you going to give Marvin Harrison before he is going to be a start-sit consideration every single week? Because at this point, you're probably going to start him where you draft him for at least a few weeks. But how long is that leash?
I would say 3 weeks. And just depending on like usage targets, like for me, it's like if the numbers aren't necessarily there, but the underlying metrics are there, I'll ride it out. But if it's like, hey, he's getting 6, 7 targets, or they're not really utilizing him in more creative ways, and it's like, all right, see you later, dude. It's been fun.
Yeah, you wait for that one big game and you see if you can sell him for something.
Yeah.
Trey McBride, I mean, I've been back and forth. I can't decide whether to start him as my tight end 1 or my tight end 2 on the week. So, that's really all you have to discuss there, right?
Yeah, nothing more. The only other thing would be, hey, do you want to put him in your flex? Like,
right. Who's winning the game?
Arizona.
Yeah.
And I also, if you're looking for a defensive streamer, Arizona's my pick for the week.
Oh, I like that. Folks, look at that. Crazy stuff.
Defense and kickers are real. Defense and kickers are real, man.
That's what my wife tells me, but like I can't get him on my home league. Like it's literally a 9 to 10 vote every single time to keep him, and it's just me.
I love him. I love it.
I've lost too many times to these dingleberries. Like it's not a league of good players, okay? Like I play with my college buddies and my wife and a few of their wives. They're not very good, but I have the most wins and the most sackos, so it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
All gas, no brakes.
Do you know what? Go big or go home, man. We're swapping QBs here. It's the Steelers at the Jets, 38.5 point over under. Pittsburgh is favored by 3. Yeah, if you hadn't heard, Aaron Rodgers is not with the Jets. He's with Pittsburgh, and Justin Fields is now with the Jets. So it's like a 05 all over when they used to swap the wives. Remember those shows?
Great show.
Where did television go, man? Aaron Rodgers, I'm not starting this week. Justin Fields, he's like a fringe QB1 for me this week. Like it's stupid. It should be a QB1 start with the rushing.
It should be, but the Steelers were 2nd or 3rd in the league as far as allowing rushing against them from the quarterback position. They have a lot of practice against Lamar. They tend to have his number quite a bit. So yeah, especially knowing that they had the big injury this week with Vera Tucker having the triceps issue. So they're going to be already hurting on the interior. I love Justin Fields. He was my QB6 for the year. He will be on the bench just hanging out for me in popcorn this week.
Same. Running back situation, we got Breece Hall on one side, Jalen Warren, who just got the extension, rookie Caleb Johnson as well with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who are you starting confidently? And then give me an order. Rank these guys in order for me.
So for me, the only one that I would feel comfortable starting is Breece Hall. I know that they're kind of moving toward this committee approach, but I do think that he's gonna have that coming out. Just the ability for him to catch those checkdowns and do something with it. Even if Braylon Allen succeeds some of those touches, then we'll be there too. But I'm fine with that. Jalen Warren is going to get the bulk of the work this week. There's a lot of people that have overdrafted Caleb Johnson for what he will become. But early in the season, if you think about what Throw Rogan likes to do, he likes to change the plays at the line of scrimmage, and he requires you to be able to block, which Caleb Johnson is not good at all. He's old. He's not going to get dusted up week 1, so expect a lot of the dosage of Jalen Warren. It's going to be an unsexy like flex play in PPR, and then you're going to get sprinkles of Kenneth Gainwell. Caleb Johnson may get 5 or 6 carries, but he's not going to really see anything unless he breaks one big, which you're not going to bank on for this week. So he wouldn't even be somebody that I'm doing anything with. but he's a great buy low in Dynasty, and he's somebody that you're stashing because as the season goes, he will kind of grow into the role that people are hoping he will be.
Yeah, it's Gainwell could do just enough to screw both of their like actual values completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brees Hall looking at it as an RB2 this week. Jalen Warren at RB3. Caleb Johnson, that RB4, RB5 maybe falls in the end zone and gets enough work, but probably not. DK Metcalf, I'm starting him. Garrett Wilson, I guess you're starting him.
Yep.
These tight ends like Pat Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith, they traded for Jonnu Smith. We know Arthur Smith likes him, but until I see what's going to go on here for like 5 or 6 weeks, I don't think I'm touching either one of these guys.
No, for sure. I do think that Jonnu does have that upside, similar to what Chicago was doing in the offseason. They were moving Jonnu around in the offense quite a bit, so it'll be interesting to see there. But I do kind of like the idea of playing Mason Taylor just being like a second receiving option, which they don't really have in New York. So he's somebody that could be a sneaky play for you, tight end, if you punted on that position.
God, it's just how many times does Justin Field actually throw the ball is my biggest worry. Because I do think Mason Taylor...
think maybe 20.
God, I hope we get 20 attempts. Like, that's kind of the sad thing is, like, I'm sure, I haven't looked at his number, but I'm sure his over-under on attempts is like 16 and a half, 17 and a half. I doubt it's that big. Unfortunately. Oh, Joe might be doing some research for us. Who wins the game there? Steelers bias.
Steelers for sure.
Oh, look at that, folks. The bias.
Bias. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
All right, here we go. It's Giants at Commanders, 45.5-point over under. The Commanders are favored by 6 points in this divisional matchup here. Russell Wilson, the new quarterback for the Giants. It looks like Jackson Dart, the rookie first rounder, will be QB2. Jameis. Where's Jameis? Over there munching on fingers on the sideline. No. Get my boy a starting job.
It is crazy. A quarterback that threw for 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. Granted, he had the 30 interceptions.
But we don't have to talk about that.
Hasn't found at least someone willing to take the shot.
And I thought the Saints did. They invested, 4 years into the guy? Just as much as freaking Buccaneers did.
Also, free money on Justin Fields. The over-under is set at 27.5 right now.
Really? Mm-hmm. Really? Yeah. I'm taking that under.
Under minus 128.
Yeah, give me that. Jaden Daniels, we're starting him, no problem. The running backs here, it's more question marks. Tyrone Tracy, Cam Scatterbo. I mean, if you're starting one, it's probably Tracy, right?
Yeah, I'm a Cam Scatterbo hater. Dude doesn't know ball. Like, he can do things. He's an elusive runner in terms of he's able to break tackles and do things, but I think he's just too slow. So he's a fade for me. I do like Tracy, but I think it's going to be tough sledding. I think he's kind of like a low-end RB2 kind of flex play. You're hoping to get some kind of dump-off work from him.
Speaking of dump-off work, I've got Austin Eckler in my top 40 this week, and it's mainly because of that. This defensive line is no freaking joke for the Giants.
They're solid.
Granted, they did go get Laramie Tunsil. The Commanders did to shore up that offensive line a little bit more, but he was a part of one of the worst offensive lines last year, so maybe he's not still having it. So if they're really getting after and containing Jaden Daniels, maybe he dumps off a little bit more, and we saw a decent amount of it going to Eckler last year. So
yeah, they're a big screen-heavy team too, so I think it's a good move. I do think that Little Bill in Washington may be getting a little bit too much hype this week. I think people are going to be disappointed in him. I think people are going to be disappointed in Rodriguez. So, and I don't think anybody's starting McNichols, but I think Eckler would be the only one out of that backfield that I have interest in.
100%. Rodriguez, I'm interested in owning. I'm trying to pick him up in deeper leagues, add him to my bench if he's still available. But yeah, Jill, oh my God. Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky Marin, trying to combine the two there. His over-under started off at 21.5 rushing yards. Now, I've seen it bet up over 30 as of now. You know, the fantasy guys think they know something, but he was put on the
Vegas.
depth chart. You know, give me Vegas. They're right way more than we are.
Oh, yeah.
Terry McLaurin, easy play. Malik Neighbors, easy play. Debo Samuels, I'll flex him.
Flex for sure. Yeah, I like that.
Especially like, hey, maybe there isn't a running back we have to own. Maybe it's Debo. We know that Cliff Kingsbury loves doing the dump off line of scrimmage stuff.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz, I'll throw him in there.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I mean, he only finished in the top 10 last year, folks, and we just refused to draft him then too.
You're really going for a touchdown there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, any guy that's not ranked in the top 12, you're looking for the touchdown. That's all you're sniffing for.
Yeah, Giants were a tough matchup for tight ends last year, though.
This guy living in last year. That's probably why you picked the Steelers to win. No.
Yeah.
Who's winning this game?
Give me Washington.
Yeah, give me Washington. I really want to. I want to pick the Giants, but I don't think so. Tennessee, Denver, for Tennessee. Opening game for Cam. For Cam Ward. They're going to play Denver. It's a 42.5 point over under. Denver's favored by 8 in this game. Knicks is an easy start, but Cam Ward, you just hope he gets out alive, right?
Has a 101 been ever hated more than Cam Ward? No one talks about him. They give him Denver week 1. Like, it's tough for my boy out here. I'm excited to see him get after it, though. It's all seemingly looks like he's been working hard, but he could work hard from the back of my bench. I don't think he's even being drafted in most like 1 QB leagues, but I don't think that people are going to be going out and getting him, or everybody's going to be going out to getting him because he balls out on the Broncos.
Yeah, no kidding. That's all he has to do is go out there and have a Will Levis-esque first game and just absolutely overhype him too much. Running backs, Tony Pollard, he's got the backfield to himself since Tajay Spears is on IR with the ankle injury. So he's next 4 weeks. Really excited for some Tony Pollard. It's a rough matchup, but we're going to play him. RJ Harvey, J.K. Dobbins. Which one you got on top?
I got Harvey on top just because of the past work. I feel very similar to RJ Harvey that I do with Travion Henderson, right?
Okay.
Where I see the potential. I think they're going to grow into those roles. Do I think that they are going to really be what people drafted them to be week 1? No. So I think for me, it's like he is a borderline flex play, but you're probably starting him depending on where you drafted him. If you drafted him in the 4th, 5th, it's probably going to be a go.
Yeah, I mean, we're not knocking Dobbins here just because he's on the bottom. He's a power bottom, folks. He generates all
That's
of the
big,
power
man.
down
It's a
there.
lot of force. It's a lot of force.
Yeah, I'm playing both these guys. I'm okay with either one. I do have J.K. Dobbins just a bit higher than Harvey. Rookie, waiting to see kind of what happens, how this unfolds, but I'm okay with either one. Calvin really feels like an easy start here. Guess who didn't start the timer? Dumbass. Yeah, that's our producer, folks. I'm so sorry. We'll be getting rid of him today. That's for sure. Calvin Ridley, though, we're starting him. Cortland Sutton, you're starting him. Tell me about these other receivers, though. Are you rostering any of them? Are you excited to play any of them?
No, I'm not. And if you have alternatives for Calvin Ridley, I'd probably look for it. He's like my fade for the week, considering that he's drawing Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain.
Oh, the blanket?
I just think I think that's going to be really tough for him. No one got more than 50 some odd yards against him last year, so I think it's going to be tough sledding for him. He's going to be just on the island, so I just don't love it.
Ridley or Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter.
Ridley or Michael Pittman?
Pittman.
Ridley or Josh Downs?
Ridley.
Ridley or Christian Kirk?
Ridley.
Yeah, I think I'm locked up with you on that one. Ingram, the Joker, possibly. He's coming to town. He's ranked top 12 guy for you this week.
Yeah, I think the big thing for him is if he can just stay healthy or not. But we got to believe in the good genes in week 1.
Absolutely. Chigakonkwo, if we were doing waivers and streams, this would be my guy this week. If Ridley's going to get locked up, someone's got to get some work.
Yeah.
And Ayo Manor is starting over Jefferson, we just learned. So I don't know if any of these receivers are actually going to be good, especially week 1. So give me Chigakonkwo. Give me a nice 3-4 catches and maybe bust one off because, nobody's paying attention to him.
Yeah.
Who wins it, though?
Give me Denver. At home.
Yeah, give me that upset for 10. No, I'm just kidding, folks. We're going Denver.
Music City Miracle Part 2.
Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm here for it. Start the timer. Boop, boop. Way to go, producer. Gold star. 49ers at the Seahawks. 43.5 point over under. San Francisco's favored by 2.5 points. Seattle got the huge facelift, the boob job, the butt lift, the calf implants. Everything is different. New quarterback, no OC. Running back's the same, but wide receivers are different. It's a lot of change here.
Yeah, but the problem with those butt lifts, a lot of times it's butt lifts aren't great either. But the butt lifts, a lot of times it's just cement. So I think that they're just gonna be sinking down. I don't know if it was actually for the better, but they did spend some cash. So
Purdy is an easy start for me this week. Sam Darnold, though, I don't know.
I'm not
Do you believe?
I don't believe in Sam Darnold. I think he's gonna be seeing ghosts by the second quarter.
So we got to call
And
it
it's
good.
mostly that offensive line. Sam Darnold has no shortage of arm talent, but when he faces pressure, which is going to be a problem in Seattle, it's not going to be a fun time for him.
No, no. Hopefully we get lots of dump offs because that's why I'm so damn excited about Ken Walker this year. Ken
Oh, yeah.
Walker, easy start. I'm putting him out there. RB1. Maybe not. Maybe pull the brakes a little bit. But yes, very excited for him. Christian McCaffrey. I mean, he's back, baby, right? We're
Oh, yeah.
back in it.
No, yeah, for me, I had him as my 6th player overall. I have no fears about this degenerative calf, whatever you want to call it, thing. I don't know what the technical term is, but I don't care. He's back. He's healthy. He's looked good, and we've heard nothing negative about him. I think if we were to have some concerns, it would have surfaced at this point.
100%.
Yeah, they traded for Brian Robinson, but that was just so they could do too many men outros whenever they're getting on the field with him and Ricky Pearsall. So let's go. Fire it up, CXD.
Zach Charbonnet, we're not playing him, but we are owning this fella.
Yep.
Easy RB1 if Walker goes down. Wide receivers though, JSN, whether you believe in Sam Darnold or not, you gotta, if you have him, you have to play him.
Yeah, and I mean, just knowing that he's going to be kind of like that slot guy that could be the underneath sort of player in a situation where you have to either dump off or get it out quick. Ideal situation for JSN.
As of the time of this recording, Juwan Jennings' most recent update I see is that he was at practice Monday, so maybe he plays. Pearsall, I'm starting. If
Yes.
Jennings plays, does that like affect Pearsall drastically, or maybe moves him back 2-3 spots?
I don't think so. What we saw at the end of last year where they were finding ways to get Ricky Pearsall the ball, I'm all for it. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, I'm starting Ricky full confidence. Juwan Jennings, I'm excited for if he can come back and he is healthy. His first 3 targets were outrageous with Brock Purdy last year, but
Yeah.
then again, Pearsall wasn't ready. He was running around there whistling all the time because that whole who wins the game?
Give me the 49ers.
49ers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take them too.
Easiest schedule on the season.
Yeah, talk about a streaming defense, folks. I don't know why they aren't being. I mean, the defense like eviscerated. They lost so many players, but still, it's so easy.
Robert Saleh coming back.
Yeah, that too. Look at that. More great reasons. Detroit at Green Bay. This is a 47.5 point over under. Green Bay is favored by 2.5. Lines moved a little bit too. Probably the Micah Parsons.
A great game.
I hope so. Micah Parsons may or may not be out there. We hope he is. Aiden Hutchinson, he will be back, as well as the other 10 players that weren't on the defensive starting lineup last year. Jared Goff, Jordan Love, do any of these two crack your top 12 this week?
This week, no. They're going to be right outside. I think both of them have serviceable matchups, but I think that there's a lot of unknowns about both sides of the defense here. Like you said, Detroit's obviously getting a whole team of people back. Green Bay added Parsons, who's going to be coming out from an epidural, still kind of bagged up, fresh delivering a baby, and then going to go play football. So we'll see how that works. But yeah, I think that these guys, they'll have their opportunities, but I don't see it just because of the lack of rushing upside for both to be a startable player this week.
Yeah, you need 3-4 touchdowns, and this game's not projected to be that. Running backs, I mean, Gibbs, Montgomery. Do we have a new nickname this year? I feel like we get a new one every single year. It hasn't been established.
I don't know. Every time that someone says thunder and lightning, I just kind of die a little inside because they think it's original every time. And it's just like, okay.
Josh Jacobs on the other side. I mean, so much confidence on that end too. As much as LaFleur wants to pass the ball more this year, he may not get the shot. He just may not get that chance. Josh Jacobs is just going to be so involved in this offense this year. Talk to me about these wide receivers, though. We have Matthew Golden, Jaden Reed, who we're hoping's out there. Romeo Dobbs. Where's the temperature?
Only player that I'm looking on the Green Bay side is going to be Matthew Golden. I think he immediately slots in as the wide receiver 1. This Jones fracture that we've got for Reed, I can't see a scenario where I play him. He's not somebody that really was on my board this year to draft anyway, but he's got to sit on the bench. I don't think there's nobody that's ever made it through a season playing with that kind of an injury. I unfortunately think that it's going to be, let me try this out. Oh, this sucks. And then he's going to get shelved.
Yeah, I mean, even if he is active for this game, I still think I'd be in a 12-plus team league. I'd fuck with some Romeo Dobbs in full PPR. The guy's out there. He's consistent. He'll give you a double touchdown game a couple times a year. So I think there is some safety in him as far as just a decent floor in a deep enough league.
I don't hate
Uh,
it.
JMO, Amon-Ra, play him up.
Amon-Ra, I think people are fading pretty hard. I recognize that he doesn't have like wide receiver 1 overall potential, but I think that the discount has slid too far. People are like, oh, well, you got Jameson Williams going to take another step forward. Oh, you got Sam Laporta going to do whatever now that he's going to be healthier this season. Amon-Ra's still that dude, man. So you start him with confidence. I think if you're able to get him somewhere in the second round, you're probably feeling really good about it. He's not going to necessarily win you weeks, but he's going to prevent you from losing them, which is equally as important in fantasy. JMO, I think him and Laporta are going to be battling each other for that second spot. I'm not as high on Jameson Williams as I think the consensus is.
Same. I'm a little farther behind him than I am with the consensus. I don't mind him as an RB or a wide receiver 3 play. I think he's a great wide receiver 3 because if you get your consistency with your first 2 guys, he's a great boomer bust. Him, the George Pickens, those guys that can give you a 30-point game very easily. Tight end, I'd start Kraft over Laporta.
For sure.
I mean, not that I'm anti-Laporta. I have to put him in my top 12 every week because you have to. But there's so many more exciting plays, I feel like.
Yeah, especially with the injuries, too. I mean, that just opens the door for Kraft to have a bigger role. So I like that.
Who wins the game?
Oh, man, this is going to be tough. Give me Green Bay.
Green Bay, I'm going with them. I don't know why. I used to love rooting for the Lions so much, and ever since they made it to the NFC Championship, I'm like, I'm okay not rooting for them anymore. They don't need the support. Their fans are back in it. I can go find another, depraved organization to root for while I wait for my Colts.
There you go.
Depraved as well. Houston, Rams, let's do it. 44, nope, not and a half. Just 44 point over under. The Rams are favored by 3 points in this game. Look, this offensive line got completely changed in Houston. So it went from really bad to just kind of really bad. So they'll be better than the last year. They have a chance to continue to improve chemistry and all that stuff. But this team's going to suck on the offensive line.
Yeah, this offense, I think, just from a fantasy perspective, has a lot of questions just overall. Who is going to be the running back? Who knows? CJ Stroud hasn't thrown for 30 touchdown passes in a single season. So can he take that next step and get there to be a serviceable player? Outside of Nico Collins, I don't know if I feel comfortable playing anybody in Houston right now.
12-team league, I could see you could I'd play Kirk if I'm in a certain situation, depending on if I drafted maybe one of the suspended guys or something like that. I think you could talk me into Kirk just because I think the offense is going to need something other than Nico.
And they showed last year that they could support 2 wide receivers with that offense too.
Exactly. So even Kirk can go in there, go be the touchdown guy, like Diggs was. Go in there and go get some of those short passes right there by the goal line if they can't pound it in. Hopefully Chubb's is good. I've got him. I think I barely have him inside of my top 40 this week. I'm not excited to play him deep enough league. I'm okay, but I want to own Woody Marks and I want to see what happens.
I like it.
Stafford,
No, there's just too much risk to play him, mostly because of this back thing. If it's as bad as everybody's saying it, I don't think it impacts necessarily the rest of the offense that much. They're just such a well-oiled machine. Obviously, it changes just with some of the things that they'll do, but Matthew Stafford could be one hit from getting pulled from the game. So I can't think of a lot of scenarios where I would be considering playing him.
Exactly.
Frustrating.
You said it. It's frustrating. Kyron Williams, easy start there. Puka Nacua, easy start. Devontae Adams, keep the start train going.
Yeah, love that.
Dalton Schultz, Tyler Higbee. No.
Man, no, I don't see it. And I know a lot of people earlier in the offseason, they were pounding the table for Terrence Ferguson. I think it's going to be an uphill sled for year one. He seems to be on that more classic tight end trajectory where you sit and you learn for a bit and you maybe have like one good game, which is really funny because Tyler Higbee is such a jag. Like if you were ever you just go find one Tyler Higbee highlight. Like it doesn't exist. It's like he's like the Tim Duncan without all of the accolades and whatever. It's just like fundamentals. I'm here. I get paid. I do things, and that's it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you type in Tyler Higbee highlight. It's gonna take you to their charity event this Christmas where he's helping the kids pick out their presents. It's just he's great for the team, but not for our fantasy teams.
No.
Who wins this one?
Man, that's tough. Give me the Texans.
Giving the Texans. Alrighty. Next up, we have. Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Game of the
This
week.
will be a good one right here. The AFC title game, potentially. I mean, if you look at it, it's Baltimore, it's Buffalo. It's a 50.5 point over/under. Baltimore's favored by 1 in this game. Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to be sick. Wait. I do think the under hits, though, because I don't think either one of these teams are going to be firing on all cylinders offensively yet. And, I mean, both defenses are pretty nasty. So I'm excited to see what happens, but I don't think it's going to be as high scoring of a game as people are thinking.
And thank goodness. Like, because we're playing in Buffalo, I'm so glad it's week 1. Like, don't give me some stupid freaking weather game here. We're going to have to deal with that crap in January. So
yes, now they have their Game of Thrones jerseys. Like, what are we doing here?
Dude, those white ones look pretty cool.
They were all right.
Lamar, playing him. Josh Allen, you're playing him.
I guess.
Derrick Henry, he's back at it.
Yep.
I mean, there's only been, I think, one guy over the last 8 years that has gone back-to-back seasons with that kind of workload. It's Derrick Henry. So if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be him.
Shout out to Derrick Henry's high school coach who made him run the ball over 2,000 times in high school. I wonder why that guy never advanced in his career anywhere else other than high school football. Unreal.
I mean, but like, when you have him, what else are you going to do? Hey, Derrick, go throw the ball yourself.
Yeah, right.
On the other side, we got James Cook. I'm playing him. I don't know why I have this stink about James Cook. Like, I get it, the regression's going to be there. He's going to be a little less sexy than it was last year, but I just don't want to play him.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you kind of have to, though, because what other offensive weapons do they really have in Buffalo? That's why they paid him. They don't really have anyone to be that. I do think that you're going to see the touchdown regression, which I think anybody that has ever watched football be like, hey, like, it's really hard to score 16 touchdowns in 2 years in a row. But I think he's still the focal point of that offense. And I think you still play him. I don't have the concerns that a lot of people do about him just because they haven't found weapons for Josh Allen somehow.
Yeah, 100%. I guess it's not that necessarily I don't want to play him because I don't think he's going to produce. It just,
it's not sexy.
I want to play Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore just seems so much more just visceral. Give me that, No, it's gross. Too much. Wide receivers. Give me a take here, though.
Can I just pass? I think Zay Flowers consistently is one of the most overdrafted players in fantasy football. Rashad Bateman will probably have some wide receiver 1 weeks, but you never know which weeks those are going to be. If you really need a dart throw, if you think the high scoring game is going to happen, go ahead and play him. But I don't know. If I have to take anybody, I'm probably playing Keon Coleman just for the upside play there. But I don't feel great about any of these receivers.
I don't either. Like Khalil Shakir in the full PPR, like if he's out there and ready, I could understand it. But yeah, Zay Flowers and I'm out as far as these pass catchers go. It's funny. You look at Fantasy Pros ECR, their draft rankings, they've got Zay Flowers at 20. But as soon as you go to week 1, they've got him at wide receiver 30. So, like, granted, I get it. It could be the matchup. This is going to be a harder one. But right off the bat, you don't even feel comfortable about starting.
He was my wide receiver 41 in drafts.
Dang. That's a state. I think I had him right around wide receiver 30. So, a little bit higher. But I don't think he's a statement piece. It's that he's the only consistent piece, I think, is what it is.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews, you're playing. Dalton Kincaid.
I need to see
Sanders or Dalton Kincaid?
Sanders.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go. I love it. I freaking love it. And then lastly, folks, it's the Vikings. It's Chicago. We're going to this last game here. I'm so excited for this one, too. I hope it's good. We need this to be good. 44-point over under. Minnesota's favored by 1.5. J.J. McCarthy, Caleb Williams, they're coming in right as fringe QB1, QB2s for me this year. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't have them in my top 12 for this week, but I do have them pretty closely ranked. If you look at what Minnesota has done consistently is they put up a lot of passing points. So they're top 5 in the league in kind of yards, touchdowns, pretty consistently regardless of who they have from the quarterback position. That doesn't excite me enough to put in J.J. McCarthy week 1 in a single QB league, but it makes me feel really comfortable about Justin Jefferson, T.J. Hawkinson. The Bears, I think it's going to be a bit more of a wild card they obviously didn't unleash everything that they were planning to do in the preseason with this offense. So now that the training wheels are off, what does that offense look like? I'm very excited to see it.
Yeah, same. Aaron Jones is coming in. Looks like the ECR ranking. Both of these guys are coming in right around RB24. Aaron Jones and DeAndre Swift. Do you have one you like over the other?
I would take Aaron Jones pretty handily. I think that Minnesota has a much more stout rushing defense. Aaron Jones, I think, could be in for a big day. And I think just having that established passing attack obviously makes it easier for him. So I do think that Swift could kind of return like more of a flex play, but I feel a lot more comfortable with Aaron Jones this week.
Both these teams spent a good amount of their offseason on this offensive line, so we should see beefed up offensive line. I think that's going to be the key to this game is how well protected are they. Caleb Williams, number one sacked quarterback last year. It could have traumatized them. We saw it a little bit in the preseason that, like, dude, I need you to climb the pocket a little bit. I need you to stay there. I need you to trust your teammates that they're not going to let you get clobbered so we can see some magic. DJ Moore, Jefferson are going to be easy starts. Rome Odunze or Adam Thielen? Who are you playing?
Rome Odunze, easy.
I'm playing Odunze easily, but I feel like Adam Thielen's an easy play this week.
I mean, if you look at last year, Thielen, before he had the injuries, he had some stretches where he looked pretty legit. He's going back to a place that he knows and wanted to be at. All good things, but Rome wasn't built in a day. So let's see what we can do in year 2 here. I still have DJ Moore being the focal point of this offense this season, but I think Rome's going to be nipping at his heels just because he has so much talent.
Yeah, Adam Thielen, the final 6 games, 8 receptions, 9, 5, 5, 5, 5. So, dude's potent. He's out there, and he's good for young quarterbacks. We saw what he did for Bryce Young there. Hawkinson, Loveland, Komet. Hawkinson's the easy play out of the 3, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think he ends up being the biggest beneficiary of the Addison suspension. So fire up your Hawks, whip them out, and we'll see what we got.
Hot take. I think Cole Kmet finishes within 5 spots of Colson Loveland this year.
I could see it. I think that Cole Kmet, he's one of those players that he might not be like a fantasy relevant player, but he's a good football player, and Ben Johnson's going to utilize 2 tight ends quite a bit. So that makes it a little bit more challenging for him. So I could totally see that. I think Loveland's like a year away player from a fantasy perspective.
Yeah, same. Who do you have winning it?
Vikings,
yes. Let's go. Skull. Does Skull. No, that's the Bears. Folks, we made it. We made it just over an hour. We made it all 16 games, 3 minutes each. We had fun. Joe, I can't thank you enough for coming to hang out with us. Shoot our way through here. This was a great time, folks. We're going to be doing this every single week, all 16 or however many games we have. If you're looking for more of me, it's at @too_much_Brian on Twitter, at @too_much_Brian on Reddit, and all that other fun stuff. Joe, where can the people find you if they're looking for more?
Yeah, so pretty much everywhere except for Reddit, my handle and all things in life, JOEFRK. So that's going to be your X, Facebook, Instagram, Venmo, if you want to throw a little dollars my way. You know what I'm saying?
Otherwise, license plate, folks.
Yeah,
that's everything.
You know what? I should. And then on Reddit, you can find me at user Joey Hustle. I don't know. It used to be an anonymous thing, and now it sounds really terrible. We probably should get that situated. But, it was a tough time 10, 15 years ago when I made that. It sounded super fun and edgy, and now I just sound like an absolute bitch. So it's tough.
Dude, the fact that 12-year-old Brian was allowed to make his PlayStation account like username, and they didn't let you change that up until the last few years, like it was so rough. We didn't know this shit was gonna last as long as it did.
Absolutely not. No, yeah, I think my Xbox handle's even worse. So it's
it's bad. It's bad, but not as bad as the takes you're gonna get here, folks. Just kidding. It's all great. So make sure you come back tomorrow. We've got betting action for you. We've got props. We've got survivor picks, and of course, a little DFS action for you too. Thanks for listening. Comment, like, all that fun stuff underneath if you're watching in YouTube as well. Or podcast, there you go. Week 1. It's a little rough.